Okay, good evening, guys. How are you doing today? Yes, I'm better. Good evening, online. Online, good evening. Yes, I'm better. Thanks for asking. So, yesterday I purposefully took off because not to stress my throat, right? I hope you didn't mind, right? Thank you for understanding. Okay, so I think I'm much better. Took a lot of powerful pills. Okay. So, but in between this kitch is not, it's still there, but please bear with me. Okay. So what did we discuss in our last class? Yeah, volumes, right? So let's have a quick shootout. Hmm? So volumes are mainly classified into two types. What are those? EBS volume and then ISV, instance store volumes. So if you EBS volumes are persistent or not persistent? Persistent. If you stop and start the EC2 instance, data is lost? No. If you reboot, data is lost? No. And which one are temporary volumes? ISV are temporary volumes. So if you stop and start, data is lost? Yes. If you reboot, data is lost? For instance or volume, data is not lost. Because if you stop and start jumpa, no jumpa. Jump. Reboot, no jump. Okay. And then what is the maximum size of the EBS volume? 16 terabyte. And what is another name of instance store volumes? Imperial. Ephemeral. What is that? Ephemeral. Ephemeral storage. So instance store volumes are free or billable? It's free. So, but is it possible for us to create instance store volumes? No. Who will create? Who will create it? AWS will create it. So if you select a bigger instance type, automatically instance store volume will come into it. And there are different types of EBS volumes. Can you sing that song? Ah, standard. Very good. So GP2, GP3, IO1, IO2, ST1, SE1 standard. So GP2, GP3 will come under general purpose. And IO1, IO2 will come under provisioned IOPS. And then ST1 throughput, SE1 cold, and then last one is magnetic standard. So which one is default? Which one? GP2. Very good. What is the ratio that you get? 1:3. Fantastic. And what is the full form of IOPS? Input output per second. So which volumes are IOPS configurable? IO1, IO2 and GP3. Fantastic. Very good. And root volume supports what volume types? GP2, GP3, IO1, IO2 standard, except ST1 and SC1. Additional volume supports all type. And which volume type can be multi-attached? IO1, IO2. How many EC2 instances? 16 EC2 instances. Wow, very good. If we stop and start the EC2 instance, by default, root volume is deleted. If you stop and start, if you terminate the EC2 instance, by default, root volume is deleted or not? Answer is deleted. Why? Because what option is that? Delete on termination is enabled. If you terminate the EC2 instance, additional volumes will be deleted. Answer is no, because delete on termination is disabled. And then we discussed about how many status checks are there. Two. What are those? Instance status check, system status check. So these two checks will be done by whom? AWS. So if you get 2/2 checks are passed, then only you can log into the EC2 instance. If you get 1/2 or 0/2, can you log into the machine? No. But what you need to do for that? Stop and start. Restart is different. Remember, reboot is different, because if reboot means it will sit on the same host. If you do stop and start, what will happen? It will jump from one host to another host. For that reason, your machine will come up nicely again. And which ones are high performance volumes? ISV. Okay. But do you recommend to use it? No. And then in EBS volumes, which one are costlier? IO1 and IO2 are costlier. Very good. So how much of IOPS that you provide, that much bill you get, and that much performance also you will get it. Okay. Great. So good. Did you revise? Okay, nice. Very good. Doesn't matter whether revise or you don't revise also, concept are in your mind. That is good. Okay. Online, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? So today, let's talk a concept called snapshots. What is that? Snapshots. Generally, what do you mean by snapshots? Huh? Generally, snapshot. Huh? Screenshot. Snapshot, screenshot, photo. Correct? Selfie. Selfie is also a snapshot. Okay. Basically, the backup. Basically, backup. So today, let's say, for example, today you're looking very nice. What do you do? Take a backup so that you can see later. What is the backup meaning here? Photo. Teach me a photo, huh? Okay, so snapshots meaning we are talking about the backups. Snapshot meaning backup. The question is, whose backup? Question is, whose backup? Let's see. Let me give one real-time example here. So this is the EC2 instance. So, and what is this here? This is root volume. This is additional volume. Very good. This is root volume, and this is additional volume. What does the root volume contains? OS. What does this contain? Data. So what is this? Can we say this is a C drive? This one? D drive. How much size is this by default for Windows? 30 GB. So let's say this can be, well, how much ever you want. Let's say I'm giving example 50 GB. So we have this EC2 instance with the volumes here. So now, I want generally, I'm asking generally, forget about this. Generally, you have your laptops, correct? In your laptops, you have D drive. And in D drive, there is one folder. And I ask you to take the backup of it. What will you do? You copy and paste it in the same place. Yes or no? Yes or no? You have D drive. And there is a folder. And if you want to take a backup, what you do? You right click, copy, and paste it in the same place. Yes or no? You're taking the backup of the files. But what happened if the entire DDEV goes off? Your data is gone or not? Your data is gone. So basically, how would it be if you take the backup of your entire drive? Good or not? So the backup of your entire here drive hard disk is nothing but what do we call here? Volume. What do we call? Volume. The backup of the entire volume. The backup of the volume is called snapshot. Backup of the volume is called snapshot. What does the volume contain? Data. Entire data. And if you want to take the backup of the whole volume, and what is the backup of the volume called? Snapshot. And if you want to take individual inside the files, you can take it. But AWS will not help. But remember, does AWS has access inside your machine? Remember, as a basics we have learned in starting days, does AWS has access inside your machine? No. If AWS doesn't have access, can you take the particular files backup? No. So AWS will help you to take the backup of your entire whole volume. What is the backup of the volume called? Snapshot. Can you take the backup? Can you take the backup of your root volume also? Can you take the backup of the additional volume also? Any volume you can take the backup. So you can take the backup of root also, you can take the backup of additional also. What is that backup called? Snapshot. So generally, normal person, what he'll say is, if I ask snapshot, normal person will say backup of the volume is called a snapshot. But extraordinary person, genius people like you, they are students. What they will say is, let's say for example, so I ask you to take a photo of mine. So I'll put some Kung Fu style. Huh? I'll put this style, some style. And then you took a photo. Now I'll change the style. Can you tell me the second style will get updated in your first photo automatically? No, na. I put one style. You already took the photo. That is nothing but backup. And that is style 1 is there. And I change the style. What do you do? Will you update there or will you take another photo? Another photo, no? So whatever is there at that point of time, right? At that particular point of time, I'm let's say I'm this my style. This is my style. This is at this point of time, this is the style. Later I'll change it. So if you're taking the backup at this point of time, that's called snapshot. So here, coming to this point here is, let's say you have a volume. You have a volume which has a data called ABC, and you took a snapshot of it, backup. What does the snapshot contain? ABC. Now, in volume, I modified as DEF. Can you tell me, in that snapshot, DEF will be updated? Now, what you need to do? Take another snapshot. Yes or no? So, another snapshot. So, whenever the data is modifying in your volume, you need to take a new snapshot. So, snapshot is a point-in-time copy of the volume. At that particular period of time, whatever the data is there, only that will be backed up. Similarly, in your laptop also, you have your folder and you have 3 movies and you took a backup. What does the backup contain? 3 movies. Now you added a 4th movie. Will that backup contain 4th movie? What will you do? You will take another backup. Yes or no? Similarly here also. Generally, what is snapshot? Snapshot is a backup of the volume. But a technical person will say point-in-time copy of the volume is called a snapshot. What is that? Point-in-time copy of the volume. What is that? At that point of time, whatever the data is there, only that will be backed up. And if another data is updated, another snapshot, you need to take it. Like this, every time you need to take a snapshot. Clear? But the question here is, let's say I want to take the backup of the my additional volume. What is the volume size? 50 GB. So I took a snapshot, Nana. I took a snapshot. How much the snapshot size? 50 GB. What does that data contain? Let's say ABC data is there. What is the data you have? I took the snapshot. Now I have added DEF. Can you tell me this snapshot will contain DEF? Answer is no. What you need to do? take another snapshot. So another snapshot you need to take. And this contain what? This contain DFA, ABCDEFA. Question. Only GF. I'll say why. Because how much is original drive disk size? 50 GB. And you are taking snapshots every day. So if you're taking 10 snapshots, how much is the total size of the 10 snapshots? 500 GB. Your actual volume is 50 GB, but your backup is 500 GB. You're paying 5 rupees for volume and you're paying 50 rupees for backup. Is that good? For that reason, AWS is saying, Babu, if you are taking the snapshots every day continuously, I will not be taking the full backup. I'll be taking incremental backup. What is that? Incremental meaning only updated data will be taken as a backup. What backup? What is called incremental backup. So this is a certification question. Snapshots are full backup or incremental backup? Incremental backup. So, and another good thing is, if you want, okay, now, and by the way, see here, everyone online, everyone, concentrate. You have volume. The source is volume. From volume, what you can create? What you can create? Louder. Snapshot. From you have volume and backup of the volume. From volume, what do you create? Snapshot. And from snapshot, again, what you can create is volume. If you want to restore the snapshot, what is the meaning of restoring the snapshot? Creating a volume. You have a source. What is the source? Volume. From volume, what you can create? Snapshot. From snapshot, again, what you can create? Volume. From volume, what again, what you create? Snapshot. From snapshot, volume. Understand? Right? So what is the source of your snapshot? Volume. What volumes are those? EBS volumes. As you're taking the backup of EBS volume, this is called EBS snapshots. So from EBS volume, you create a EBS snapshot. From EBS snapshots, again, you can create a EBS volumes. No. So can we say this is incremental backup or not? Incremental backup. Okay. Snapshots is a backups. Can you log into the backup? Can you use the backups directly? Can you use the snapshots directly? No. If you want to use a snapshot, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? If you want to use the snapshot, what do you need to do? You need to create. Can you attach the snapshot directly to the EC2 instance? No. From snapshot, what do you create? Volume. From snapshot, what do you create? Volume. Understood? Can you access the snapshot directly? Can you log into the snapshot directly? Can you attach the snapshot directly to the EC2 instance? No. So from snapshot, what do you create? Volume. Snapshot is just a backup. Does the snapshot has availability zones? No, it's just a backup. Snapshots doesn't have any availability zones. And another question, by default, snapshots are public or private? By default, it is public or private? Answer is private. Because remember, by default in AWS, everything is private. If required, you can make it public. You got this point? Got this point? Next. Let's say, for example, we completed IAM, no? In console, on the left side, we have IAM users are there, no? If you click on users, all the users will be listed or not? It is visible on the console or not? Are you interested where the users are stored? Not required, no? Generally, where it will be stored? In the database of AWS, no? In the backend, AWS is handling. Do we need to worry about it? Do we need to worry where users are getting stored? No, because definitely it will be storing inside the database somewhere. AWS is coming and saying you, hey, come here. IAM users are stored in the database. Why you are telling to me? Yes or no? Do we need that? Similarly, in EC2 console, there is a menu called snapshot. There will be a, like IAM users is there, no? IAM users, so groups, all these menus is there, no? Similarly, in EC2 console also, there is a menu called snapshot. If you click on snapshot, snapshot will be visible for you. Do you need to worry where are the snapshot are stored? But AWS is saying, Babu, come here. Papa, come here. I'm storing the snapshots in S3. Where is storing? Do we need to worry? Who's S3? Your S3 or AWS S3? You also have S3, no? In your account. But if you go to S3, can you see the snapshots? No. Who's S3? AWS S3. Do we need to worry on it? So if you want to restore the snapshot, what you need to do? You need to create a volume. That's it. Do you need to restore from S3? No. Unnecessarily, I told this to you. Similarly, AWS also telling now, unnecessarily, I told that the snapshots are stored in S3 because people are going to S3 and checking, where are my snapshots? No, it is who's S3? Providers, AWS S3. We don't need to go in Calicify there, nothing. Understood? So snapshots are stored in S3. Snapshots are stored in S3. Snapshots are stored in S3. From snapshot, what do you create again? Volumes. Okay, now you have launched an EC2 instance in Mumbai region. Which region? Mumbai region. Your volumes will be also in Mumbai region only or not? Yes. And you took a snapshot out of it. Where are the snapshot? In which region? Mumbai region only, no? Because EC2 is regional. EC2 is regional or global? Regional. So whatever we create, whatever we discuss in EC2, everything is regional only. So snapshots are regional. So when I create a snapshot for any volume, where does the snapshot will be located? In the Mumbai region only. But now, I want the snapshot in another region. Same snapshot. One snapshot will be visible in all regions at the same time? No, it is regional. So, but there is a way here that you can copy the snapshot from one region to other region. Can you copy it? Yes or no? You can copy the snapshot from one region to other region. And let's say Ankit is there. And he saw snapshots in my account. I don't know what he liked there in that snapshot. And he asked, sir, can you give me that snapshot? Array, it is my snapshot. It is my snapshot. Why should I give it? No, sir, please give me that snapshot. No. He has his different account. I have my own account. My snapshots are in my account. But the another account is asking, so can I share the snapshot? Answer is yes. There is a possibility to share the snapshot to another account using how? AWS ID. He has AWS ID. Every AWS account is identified by AWS ID, no? So can I share the snapshot to other account? Possible. You can copy from one region to other region in the same account also, or you can share the snapshot from one account to another account also. You understand the concept of snapshots? So what is snapshot? You want to be a normal student or research student? Then what is a snapshot? Point in time copy of the volume is called a snapshot. Say that. If you feel little bit tricky on your tongue, say it, backup of the volume is called a snapshot. No problem. Okay. Online is this clear, Nana, everyone till here? So whatever we have discussed, I'll write it here one by one. Okay, write down. So snapshots is a point in time copy of the volume, or else backup of the volume is called snapshot. EBS snapshots are created from EBS volumes. You can create snapshots from volumes. EBS volume is there. From EBS volume, what do you create? EBS snapshot. From EBS snapshots, again, what do you create? EBS volumes. Can you use the snapshot directly? No. Can you attach the snapshot to the EC2 instance directly? No. What? How you do that? Create a volume and then attach it. You cannot. Give me a second. Okay. So you cannot attach snapshot directly to the EC2 instance. What you need to do? You have to create a volume from snapshot and attach to the EC2 instance. Is it possible to log in or use the snapshot directly? What is your answer? No. Snapshots are stored in whose S3? Providers S3. Snapshots are visible from EC2 console. So that is fine for us. Does the snapshot has any availability zones? Snapshots doesn't have any availability zones. Snapshots are global or regional? Super. Snapshot are regional. Oh. So by default, snapshots are public or private? By default, snapshots are private. If required, we can make it public. Snapshots can be copied from one region to other region. Snapshot can be copied from one region to another region in same account. Snapshots can be shared from one account to another account. One account to another. Account meaning here what account? AWS account, no, not your SBI account. AWS account to another AWS account. Using what, Nana? AWS ID. Okay, you have a volume. I want to move this volume to another region. How do you do? Huh? I have a volume. I want to move this volume to another region. How? Huh? Huh? Simple, no? Babu, you have a volume. I want to move the volume to another region. Can you move the directly volume to another region? No. What you need to take? Take a snapshot, and that snapshot can be copied to another region or not? Already I'm spoon feeding. Right? So, okay, now can you take the question here is it possible to move the volume directly to another region? No. What you need to do? Take a snapshot and copy the snapshot to another region. Let's say there is a real-time scenario like this. So you're all working. I gave a very big task to you. And then Ankit is there. What is the name? Louder. Sai Kiran. So Ankit is there, Sai Kiran is there. So I gave the task to them. What Ankit did was he installed software, he configured everything completed. But Sai Kiran went to second show, movie. And he didn't complete the task. And next day he came to office. Next day he came and he saw Ankit has completed the work. And it take a lot of time for him to set up everything and do it. Can he do some twist here? What he can do is, he will ask Ankit, hey Ankit, anyways, you have completed your entire work, no? So all the installation configuration will be in which volume? Root volume, no? So what he can take? He can take a snapshot of the root volume, and that snapshot can be copied to another account. Can be shared to another account, Sai Kiran's account. Yes, he can share to the Sai Kiran's account, and in Sai Kiran, he will have the snapshot. From that snapshot, can he create a volume again? And he'll launch one EC2 instance, he'll attach the volume there. And then everything will be there, no? You got this point. You got this point, right? So like this, remember, volumes cannot be directly moved. Snapshots, you need to consider the snapshot. Snapshots can be moved from one account to another account, one region to another region. And from that snapshot, you create a volumes and then attach to whichever machine you want. Okay. So EBS volumes cannot be moved directly to any other regions or accounts. So what you need to use snapshots. Guys, is this clear till here, everyone? So Abhilash has missed some point here. So what is asking, sir, I didn't understand that 50 GB like storing ABC and next DF, this one's repeat. So you have the D drive here. Okay, Nana, you have the D drive and you have ABC data. And if you take the snapshot, what does the snapshot contain? ABC only. Later, you have added DF. Will the DF will contain the automatically the data will be there inside this first snapshot? No, it will not be there. So that is called point in time. At this point in time, only ABC data is there. And you have taken a snapshot and the snapshot contain only ABC. And if you have added DF, again you need to take the backup. And that is full backup or incremental backup? Incremental backup. And by the way, if you want to restore and if you want to create a volume out of it, and you will get the data. Clear, Nana? Nice. So EBS volumes are created from EBS volumes are created from snapshot. No, why you're thinking too much, right? EBS volumes are created from EBS snapshots. EBS snapshots are created from EBS volumes. So simple, huh? EBS volumes are created from EBS snapshots. Volumes are classified into two types. What are those? EBS volume and instance store volume, no? So EBS volumes are created from EBS snapshot. So processing is taking little bit time, huh? So EBS volumes are created from EBS snapshot. And also we should know instance store volume. Instance store volumes are created from. Who will create instance store volumes? AWS, no? Who will create instance store volumes? AWS will create instance store volumes. Do we need to worry? How he is creating, do we need to worry? But I'm telling you, instance store volumes are created from a template which is stored in S3. Who's S3? AWS S3. We know EBS volumes are created from EBS snapshot. And instance store volumes are created from a template stored in S3. These are certification questions, guys. I'm asking you again. eBase volumes are created from louder. eBase volumes are created from EBS snapshots, and instance store volumes are created from a template stored in S3. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Clear, everyone? Online. Now, to create a snapshot, do we need to stop the EC2 instance? Yes or no? Answer is yes or no? No. To stop an EC2, to create a snapshot, do you need to stop the entire EC2 instance? Just imagine real time, every day you need to take the backup, no? Every day if you want to take the backup, every day you need to stop the machine. Not good, right? So to take the backup, do we need to stop the EC2 instance? Not required. To create a snapshot. No, Ravi. Daily increment will not be that much GB. To create a snapshot, we no need to stop the EC2 instance. But it has the pointer to the previous snapshot, Ravi. Yes. Okay. So now we have a topic called EBS snapshot tires. EBS snapshot tires. So basically there are two tires. How many tires are there? One is standard tire and another one is archive tire. What is that? Say that. Standard tire, archive tire. So you take a snapshot, no? You take a snapshot. Ibrahim, we no need to worry about the instance store volume because instance store volumes are provided by AWS. We can't create it. So how can we create them from a template? So there is another method, but generally we don't create instance store volumes. Remember, who will say create it? AWS will create it. But if at all you want to create it, there is an advanced topic. Then when time comes, we'll go into the topic. Okay. But generally, which one do you recommend to use? EBS volume or instance store volume? EBS volume. That's why we don't much care about the instance store volumes. Ibrahim, that's for you. So how many tires are there, Nana? Snapshot tires? 2 tires. How many are there? 2 tires. What are those? Standard tire and then archive tire. Whenever you create a snapshot, by default, it is standard tire. By default, it is in a standard tire. Now, you have so many snapshots in your real time. You have so many snapshots. And now, few snapshots you are not using at all. Few snapshot you are not using. If you are not using, will you keep it in standard tire or will you move it to archive tire? Move it, no. If you move it, what will happen is you will get a good discount. You will get a good discount. So, and that too, from the archive tire, can you create a volume? So, for the snapshot, the tire should be standard. Then only you can create a volume. If you are not using the snapshot, move it to archive. So just it's a mode. There is an option called change tire to archive. So simply it will be moved to archive tire. It will be there only, but only the option will be changed to archive tire. By seeing that snapshot, you need to think that, oh, this snapshot should not be used because it is moved to archive. And if you want to use it, what you need to? You need to restore from archive to standard. From standard, you can create a volume again. You understood why why you are moving to archive? If you are not using it, move it to archive so that you can save the cost. And also to your customers, you can say that, hey, this snapshot is not in use. If the snapshot is not in use, and if someone create a volume out of it, is that volume will be used? There is no use, no. Unnecessarily. So that's why you will be moving to archive. Understood, Anna? EBS snapshot tire. How many types are there? 2 types. What are those? Standard tire, archive tire. And you know what? From archive tire, if you want to restore to standard, it will take 24 to 72 hours. How much? 24 to 72 hours. And that too, it's not free. It is billable. So this snapshot tires concept is billable. But it's just a matter of changing. That's it. But as we need to talk more about certifications also, that's why I'm giving all these topics to you. Okay. Both are same. But generally, no one will say like EBS snapshot. It's a big, very long, no. So that's why you call it as snapshots. But by default, snapshots are what snapshot? EBS only. But why I have mentioned as EBS snapshot is in certification, they will call it as EBS snapshots. So, so move the snapshot to an archive tab that is 75% cheaper. How much percentage discount? 75% discount. Takes 24 hours to 72. This below. Is it clear? Snapshot there? And then, and now we have a concept called recycle bin. What's that? Sir, while snapshot is pending on some volumes, can we access those volumes? Of course. Yes. You are taking the backup of in your laptop, you are taking the backup of some folder. When you're taking the backup, can't you use your old, folder? You can use it, no? Yes or no? You have your folder and you're copying that folder. While copying, can't you use that folder? Here also, you have the volume and you're taking the snapshot. While taking the snapshot, can't you use the volume? You can use the volume. So the next concept here is recycle bin. What is that, Nana? What is recycle bin? If you don't want, delete it. And what all the garbage will go in recycle bin. In your laptops also you have recycle bin or not? Yes. All the deleted files, all the deleted objects, all the deleted files, photos, everything, it will go and sit inside the recycle bin. So let's say, for example, in production environment, you have the snapshots and someone Pusuk deleted the snapshots. Once it's deleted, it is deleted. Maybe this recycle bin concept came very recently. In few years back, 1 year back itself, this recycle bin concept was not there. If you Pusuk deleted the snapshot, it is gone. So now, if you delete the snapshot, where does it go? In recycle bin. By default, it will not go. If you delete the snapshot, Pusuk is gone. But in recycle bin, you can create a rule, a retention rule. What rule? Retention rule. So you can create a retention rule saying that, okay, let's say for Nana, see, in your real time, how many volumes will be there? Only few or many? Many will be there, no? In a real time, in your account, so many volumes will be there. And there might be a requirement that you need to take the backup of the volumes. That meaning so many snapshots also will be there. And someone will be deleted so many snapshots also every day. And whichever the snapshot got deleted, everything should come to recycle bin. Na? Tell me. Does every snapshot, does every deleted snapshot should come to the recycle bin? If you want any snapshot that is deleted, if you want to come to the recycle bin, that option is there. By default, you can create a retention rule and apply saying that apply for all resources. All resources meaning all snapshots. If you have 1,000 snapshots, if you deleted 1,000 snapshots also, 1,000 snapshots will come and sit in the recycle bin. But If you don't want 1,000 snapshot to be go to recycle bin, and you want only few snapshot, how do I identify those snapshot? Using what? How do you identify the snapshots? Using anyone? Excellent. Using what? Tags. Using what? Remember? So whichever the volumes or whichever the snapshots that you want to put it into the recycle bin, you can give a tag for them. And in recycle bin, you can create a retention rule saying that, hey, Babu, recycle bin, any snapshot which has this tag, that snapshots only bring it to recycle bin. Other, no. Others, no. You have two options. Every snapshot can come also sit in the recycle bin, or selected snapshots. Selected snapshot meaning you need to use what concept? Tags. Maintain the tags for the snapshots. Here in recycle bin, create a retention rule and mention the tag. And someone Pusuk deleted the snapshot which has the tag, that only will come to the recycle bin. Others will not come. And in recycle bin, your snapshot will be there from one day to 365 days. It is up to you how much retention period that you want to use. You want to keep it 7 days, 10 days, 20 days, maximum how many days? 365 days, 1 year. So your snapshots will be there for how many years? 1 year. Got this? Everyone got this? Recycle bin? Anil? So you can set up retention rules to retain deleted snapshots, so you can recover them after accidental deletion. Retention period 1 day to 365 days. Every snapshot, all snapshots can also be recycled. Can also recycle, or selected snapshots can also be moved using tags. Is this clear, Nana? Recycle bin concept? Online, is this clear? And there is another concept called FSR. What is that? Fast snapshot restore. What is it? Fast snapshot restore. FSR. As the name clearly says, what is that? Fast snapshot restore. And if you want to restore the snapshot is nothing but creating a volume, no? So if the snapshot is 1 terabyte snapshot, it will take time to create volume or not? Yes or no? So, but if you want to use that volume immediately, actually it will take a lot of time to create 1 terabyte of volume. But if you create a volume out of from the snapshot, if you want to use it immediately force initializing that volume, and you can enable FSR. If you enable FSR, what will happen is you can immediately use the volume. You can immediately use the volume. You don't need to wait. But this is billable. Because extraordinary features are billable, no? They will not give for free, no? Generally, you need to wait until the volume should be created. But if you don't want to wait and if you want to use it immediately, enable FSR and use it. Okay. FSR, forceful initialization of snapshot to have no latency on the first use. Okay. So these are all the concepts of this snapshot. And now let's talk about encryption. What is that? What is this encryption generally used for? Security purpose, no? Encryption generally used for what purpose? Security purpose. By default, these volumes and snapshots are not encrypted. By default, are not encrypted. And if at all you want to encrypt, there is a separate service called KMS. What is that? Key Management Service. Say that. In this key management service, you can create encryption keys. What keys? Encryption keys. Create encryption keys and then attach to the volumes. Automatically, those volumes will be encrypted. Remember, how to do the encryption, how to decrypt, encrypt, do we need to worry? We no need to worry. AWS will take care of it. What you need to do is just select the key and attach to the volume. And by default, encryption keys are there for every service. We are talking about EBS volumes, right? And there is a default key called AWS/EBS. Say that. AWS/EBS. If you go to S3, there will be a default key, encryption key. What is that? AWS/S3. If you go to RDS, there is a default key, AWS/RDS. If you go to EFS, there is a default encryption key, AWS/EFS. So like this, for every service, there will be a default encryption keys. You can use it directly. But if you want to create your own keys, which service you need to go? Which service you need to go if you want to create your own encryption keys? Just now I told KMS. What is that? KMS. Say that again. Key Management Service. What is that? I know that you will get confused between your IAM and this. Remember, in IAM we'll create another keys. What keys are those? Access key and secret key. That access key, secret key are used to log into the AWS console or access AWS console. But these are encryption keys. These are encryption, which is used to encrypt the resource. Access key, secret keys, which service? IAM. Encryption keys, which service? KMS. Say that. Say that. Full form. Which management service? Access key, secret key. Access key, secret key. IAM. Encryption keys. KMS. Syed is saying yes. Oh, yes. Oh, nomenclatures are really confusing. The word that you are using, I'm confusing. Nomenclatures. Okay, so that meaning, in other words, we call it as jargons. So there is no confusing here because just now I introduced one service, no? So now I'll ask the question, let's see whether you can answer or not. Where do you create access keys, secret keys? No. Okay. I want to encrypt the volume. Which service would you create the keys? What is the full form of KMS? Did you confused? Not required. Because new service got introduced, no? Starting that will, later it will get habituated. Okay. So by default, volumes and snapshots are encrypted, Nana? No. So by default, volumes, snapshots are not encrypted. Okay. I'll ask one normal general question. See, you have source. That can be volume, that can be snapshot, anything. You have source. If the source is not encrypted, whatever you create from that is encrypted or not encrypted. The source is not encrypted. And whatever you create from it, is it encrypted or not encrypted? Not encrypted, no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, another one. If the source is encrypted, and if you create anything out of it, is it encrypted or not encrypted? Encrypted, no? Simple. And the source is not encrypted, and you want to encrypt it. KMS, you can use KMS. But there is a, how do you do it? If you go to actions, copy option is there. What option? Using copy option, you can encrypt the non-encrypted ones. Using which service? KMS. Topics. I'm integrating all the multiple topics slowly. You got this, Nana? So encryption, decryptions are completely managed by AWS. Encryption and decryption is managed by AWS. You don't see any difference, okay? You have not encrypted, not encrypted. Anything that you create from not encrypted is not encrypted. Anything that you create from encrypted is encrypted. Anything that you create from not encrypted, and if you want to encrypt, what option? Option. Copy option. What option? Copy option. Using copy option, you can encrypt it. So all encryption keys are stored in which service? All encryption keys are stored in which service? KMS. Full form of KMS. Key management service. Key management service. Access key and secret key are for what purpose? Access purpose. In which service is that? IAM. Whereas encryption keys are for security purpose or encryption purpose. Which service? Yes. So don't get confused between now. Guys, is this clear till here, everyone? Okay. Online, is this clear till here, everyone? CC, please. Okay. Latestly, AWS in EC2, in snapshot concept, AWS has introduced one new feature called snapshot lock. Snapshot lock. As the name clearly says, what are you doing? Locking the snapshot. If you lock, what is the meaning of lock? Can someone delete it? Can someone use it? You are locking the snapshot. So what concept is that? Snapshot lock. So there are two modes are there. Governance mode, compliance mode. What is that? Governance mode and then compliance mode. I'll write it here. So write down a snapshot lock. So lock the snapshot for certain period of time, certain period. It can't be deleted. So here we have your governance mode, and then so governance mode is basically log the snaps a certain period, lock it for certain period, and it can and unlock anytime. So this is governance mode, and this one lock for certain period of submit, but cannot be unlocked in that period or until period is until period expires. So there are two types of mode, Nana. What are those? Governance mode and then compile ones. So governance mode meaning what? You can lock it for a certain period and unlock anytime. So if you want to lock a snapshot, lock it. And if you use governance mode, what will happen? You can unlock anytime. But whereas if you go for compliance mode and if you lock it, can you unlock it? You cannot unlock it. Let's say you have locked for 2 days. Can you unlock it later? No. After 2 days only you can unlock it. So while locking it, you have to be very careful. Is this clear, guys? Snapshot lock? No, it is not. Sri Krishna. Okay, so now I'm putting all the snapshot concept in one paint so that it will be easy for you to read. So assume you have 100 volumes. How many? 100. And I told you to take the backup of 100 volumes. How many snapshots? How will you take? How much time will it take? It'll take a lot of time or not? 100 volumes meaning you need to go to every volume and click on create snapshot. Second one, create snapshot. Third one, select it, create snapshot. 100 times you need it. It is a difficult job or not? It's a difficult job. So I still remember, okay, I don't say this, you tell me. Now, if you want to, okay, I don't say, you tell me, Nana. You have 100 volumes and you want to take snapshots of each volume very fastly. I don't want you to spend more time. So how do you do it? Huh? Come out of it and think. You have 100 volumes and I don't want to spend more time and I want you to take it immediately. You need to automate it, no? Automate meaning which service that you come into mind? Remember, if something is not possible doing it manually, the first thing that you need to get in your mind is Lambda. I told you there are 100 volumes and I want you to take the backup of all the volumes snapshot. Will you take it manually? So the first thing that you should get it in your mind automatically. Oh, there is a service called Lambda where I can automate this and take it the backup. I still remember in olden days, that olden days meaning few years back, I used to write a Python script. I used to write a script to take the backups automatically. Now, AWS saw the pain of all these people, and then you don't need to write a script now. AWS came up with a new feature in EC2 called Data Lifecycle Manager. What is that? DLM. Data Lifecycle Manager. Or DLCM, whatever. Right? Data Lifecycle Manager. So using this Data Lifecycle Manager, what you can do is you can automatically take the backup of your volumes. And let's say now think and tell me, guys. You have 100 volumes. In that 100 volumes, I want to take only 20 volumes. How do you identify? Very good. Using tags. See, tags, how much important? If you want to manage your account properly, you need to maintain the tags properly. And if you want to do the automations, you need to manage the tags properly. Then only. Because in Lifecycle Manager, you need to create a role and that manager will ask, hey, Babu, which volumes you want me to take the backup? How do you say? By tags only, no? By tags. Is that clear, Nana? So what concept is that? Data Lifecycle Manager. Say that. Data Lifecycle Manager. So it is used to take snapshots automatically. Can you schedule it? I want to take the snapshot midnight 9 o'clock or midnight 12 o'clock every day. Can you schedule it? Yes, you can schedule it from Data Lifecycle Manager. Volumes that should get snapshot will be identified by tags. And you can use the retention period also there. Now, if you're taking backups every day, if it is 1 month, how many backups, how many snapshots will be there? 30. You want 30 snapshot for one single volume? No. So you can use something called retention period. What is that? Retention. Retention period. So for example, 7 days. If you put 7 days, what will happen, Anna? Only 7 days snapshots will be there. Rest everything will be deleted. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? Snapshots? You see, generally, for only the snapshot concept, we took the entire class. If you go to some other classes, you know what is the concept of snapshot? Snapshot is the backup of the volume. That's it. They can skip by saying snapshot is the backup of the volume. That's it. But with only snapshot, how much deeper that we have learned today. Happy or not? Extra knowledge. Yeah. So I'll give one example. Guys, you need to tell. I'll give you one real-time example. You need to tell me how to do that. Huh? This is one EC2 instance. This is another EC. How many EC2 instances are there? 2 are there. This is one EC2 instance. This is another EC2. This in which availability zone? This one? Good. And what is this? What is this? This is also root. This is also additional. And these volumes are also in which availability zone? This one? This one? This one is also. This is root, and this is additional. Okay. I want you to name the machine. Okay, give me one. Huh? Joe. Give me one movie name. What is Joe? Yeah? Movie name. Who's hero? Huh? Why come to Telugu? No? Huh? Okay. Jailer. Okay, jailer. I will put Joe. 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 What movies? Joe movie. Okay. So I call it as Joe instance. Huh? This one? Huh? Billana. Huh? Give me one movie name. Deva. What is that? Leo. Joe, Leo. Matching is there. This is Leo instance. What is that? Leo instance. Joe instance, Leo instance. So what is there in the Joe instance? I have Joe movie is there. In Leo instance, what movie is there? Leo movie is there. Now my question for you here is, in Joe instance, I want Leo movie. In Leo instance, I need Joe movie. Tell me how to do it. Can I detach this and attach it here and detach it, attach it here? Is this possible? Why? You said not possible. Why? Different. Excellent. Different availability. So, but if it is different availability, how do we do it now? Excellent, Macha. What is that? Snapshot. Fantastic. What is that? Snapshot. So take the snapshot. So what? So for this volume, I take a snapshot. I take a snap. What does the snapshot contain? Which movie? Joe. Joe movie. Okay. And from this snapshot, again, what I create? Volume. Very good. I create a volume. What does the volume contain? Geo movie. Geo. And now tell me this volume should be in which availability zone? Huh? 1? Fantastic. 1B. Very good. And from here, I create a snapshot. Snapshot. What does the snapshot contain? Leo. And from this snapshot, I create again a volume. Volume contains Leo. And this volume should be in which availability zone? Fantastic. 1A. So can I attach this now? 1A volume to this and 1B this to this. Possible now? Understood? So this one I named as cross task. What's that? Cross task. So whenever we do in the hands-on and practicals, when I say cross task, you should be able to remember this. So the question here is how to move a volume from one availability zone to another availability zone. How? Using snapshot. Fantastic, guys. So how to move the volume from one AZ to another is using snapshot. Clear? I'll stop it here. Clear? So today's topic is only snapshots. Take the screenshot. The questions, your way of teaching really excellent. It is overcoming all segment experience. Specifically. Thank you, Syed. So, no, definitely no. Not yet. Not yet. But that artificial AI concept is also getting implemented in AWS. So everyone need cloud. That is mandatory. But in that few tasks can be automated using AI. I said, no, AWS is umbrella. Inside all these are playing. AI, ML, all these things will be playing inside umbrella. Everyone need infrastructure, no? AI also need infrastructure, no? Where do you set up their infrastructure? AWS. Okay, take the snapshot, screenshot. Clear, na? Super. Online, can you give me the final CC for today, please? CC with smile. Thank you, Syed, for your kind words. CC with smile, please. Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have class today. Yesterday I already, generally I don't like to put holidays, leaves at all, just in case, unfortunately. But tomorrow we have a class because EC2 is a big topic, so we need to cover, correct? So we have a class tomorrow. Don't forget. Please don't skip it. Please do join because tomorrow's concept is very important. So that is all, guys. Let's connect tomorrow with the next topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Good night.